evening, MAFINGA Town Council. My name is Epson Mulenda, Acting Assistant Director from Chenga Province.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Lovinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good evening to you and the honorable members of your committee. MAFINGA Town Council, you are welcome to your session. I'm Kazinga Kennedy from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Clerk's office. Thank you, Chair. Emmanuel Walia from the Office of the Clerk. Honorable Member for Mangango.
Thank you so much. Good evening to you. Good evening, MAFINGA Town Council. Good evening, our permanent witnesses, the viewers and the listeners. Thank you so much for still with us. I'm Mwene Wahamba, Member of Parliament for Mangango. Thank you.
Chairperson, good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mulunda Darius, Member of Parliament for Siavongo constituency. Thank you, Chairperson.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petagonia District of the Eastern Province. You're most welcome. Thank you.
My name is Mishek Mtetwanyambose. I represent the people of Shasefu constituency in Eastern Province. Do we still have Honorable Mtelo? He's gone. Okay. The Council Secretary can take us through your report.
Thank you very much, Chair. I wish to present to the committee the MAFINGA Town Council Memorandum of the Controlling Officer on the review of the Constituency Development Fund of local authorities for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. Chair, our council is appearing just under Part 3, which are cross-cutting issues. And the first one is the Appendix 1 on budget, funding and expenditure. The cause of the query, Chair, is retained funds amounting to 1,038,530. The action taken, the retained funds were for centrally procured construction of chief's palaces and retained insurance payment on the centrally procured CDF vehicles as shown on the table below. The table there indicates that the budgeted the CDF allocation for 2023 was 28,300,000. What was actually received was 27,261,469.92. Against this, there were retained funds for the Chief's Palace amounting to 922,849 and retained for CDF for insurance an amount of 115,681, giving a total of the amount indicated above as retained funds. The remedial measure, Chair, Council will ensure that funds received were used expeditiously. Appendix 1.1 retained for Chief's Palaces the amount as earlier indicated, which is 922,849.
You can skip the Chief's Palaces.
The second Appendix 2, total unspent funds. Cause of query, the reconciled and spent funds as at 31st December 2023 amounted to 22,713,262 and not the 35,396, as the funding actually received was 27,261,470 as per the appendix above. The revised table is shown below. Action taken. Council acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that 15,649,370 ingwe has since been spent, leaving a balance of 7,064,891.64 ngwe for ongoing projects. Included in the balance are funds varied from skills development and secondary school amounting to 3,650,000. These funds have since been varied to community projects which are still running. There is a table showing the breakdown of the payment. Remedial measure. Council will endeavor to ensure that contracts are executed within the calendar year by awarding contracts way before the rain season starts. Appendix 2.1, unspent funds under community projects. Cause of query, unspent funds amounting to 16,981,461. The 28,149,755 indicated as received under the 2023 community component of CDF includes balances brought forward from prior years. 15,539,37.19 was the actual community component received for 2023. Action taken. The Council acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that 13,566,625.91 ngwe has since been spent, leaving a balance of 3,414,835.9 ngwe, which was committed to ongoing community projects, most of which have been completed. There's a table speaking to that chair. The summarized ledger also. Remedial measure. Council endeavor to ensure that community projects are completed within the calendar year. Appendix 2.2, unspent funds, empowerment grants. Cause of the query. Chair, we spent the 100% of the empowerment grants was paid out, and the Council acknowledges the auditor's observation that we actually paid out 100% towards grants component of CDF. The remedial measure, Council shall continue to endeavor to pay grants expeditiously. Appendix 2.3, unspent funds. This table is basically a repetition of the table 2.2.
Yes, you can skip it.
We go to appendix 2.4, secondary boarding and skills development bursaries. The cause of the query, unspent funds amounting to 4,171,752 under boarding secondary school bursary and skills bursaries. And we wish to state that the low uptake under this initiative is due to other similar government interventions, such as keeping girls in school, where in the district we have 1,392 girls being sponsored. We also have campaign for female education, 1,919 girls, and we also have under CHARS, we have about 511, of which 187 are girls and 424 are boys under the Ministry of Education. Further, under the Ministry of Community Development bursary sponsorship, we have 18, 7 of which are male and 11 are female. And this is besides the free education policy of government in public schools. Action taken. Council acknowledges the auditor's concern and wish to state that in view of the foregoing, Council varied 3,650,000 of this CDF component towards community projects, mainly to increase the educational infrastructure. There is an appendix at 2. Remedial measure. Council shall continue to carry out community sensitization to enhance scholarship uptake by the youth. Appendix 2.5, unspent funds on administrative costs. Cause of query, 1% unspent funds on administration costs. Action taken. Council acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that the amount is within the allowable limits and the amount has since been utilized. A remedial measure, Council shall continue to use administrative component of CDF prudently. Appendix 3, 2022 community projects, management response. The cause of the query is the 100% implementation of the 2022 community projects. Action taken. Council wishes to appreciate the Office of the Auditor General for acknowledging that indeed we completed 100% of the 2022 community projects which have since been commissioned. Remedial measure, Council shall continue to endeavor to complete projects on time. 2023 community projects, cause of query, the 2 outstanding projects and 15 work in progress under the 2023 community projects. The 2 outstanding projects are the procurement of the ambulance and the amount appropriated for the rural electrification project under CDF to be done by RIA. Action taken. Council has since completed 12 of the 15 work in progress community projects. The remaining 3 projects are the construction of the Chief's Palace and 2 1x3 classroom block, the initial contract of which were terminated, and the projects are almost complete now. And there are pictures illustrating the scenario at pages 10, each up to page 15. Remedial measures, Chair. The Council shall ensure that all projects are completed within the implementation period and only reliable contractors shall be engaged for future contracts. If I may proceed, Chair, to Appendix 5. Analysis of performance, youth, women and community grants. Cause of query, 100% disbursement of CDF grants. Action taken. Council wishes to appreciate the Office of the Auditor General for verifying that MAFINGA has disbursed 100% of the grant component of CDF. A remedial measure, Council will continue to endeavor to disperse grants on time. Appendix 8, performance analysis of soft loans. Management response. The total loans component of CDF in 2022 was 2,929,800 in 2023, and in 2023 it was 3,227,785, giving a total budget of 6,157,587. However, only 2,704,675 was received in 2022 and 3,227,785 for 2023, giving total actual receipt of 5,932,460, which was disbursed to applicants as indicated in the table for both years in 2023. Action taken. Council acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that 5,932,460 was paid to the applicants, giving a disbursement percentage of 100% as shown in the table below. A remedial measure, Council will continue to endeavor to pay loans expeditiously. Appendix 9, failure to recover loans. Cause of query, low loan recovery rate. Action taken. Council continuously monitors the beneficiaries in conjunction with our bank through monthly loan recovery schedules through which defaulters are engaged verbally, then notices are served to non-responsive beneficiaries. Council has since recovered 1,281,155 Ingwe, of which an amount of 954,200 has since been dispersed to 11 beneficiaries. Remedial measures. Council will continue to quarterly monitor and urging loan beneficiaries to liquidate the loans obtained so that others can benefit. Appendix 10, Chair, secondary boarding and skills development bursary, management response. The low uptake, that is 32% in secondary boarding and skills bursary, is due to other similar government interventions, such as keeping girls in school, campaign for female education, and CHARS, and under the Ministry, these are under the Ministry of Education, and under the Ministry of Community Development, they also have a sponsorship bursary arrangement. Action taken. Council acknowledges the auditor's concern and wish to state that the number of sponsored beneficiaries under secondary boarding is a combination of grade 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Therefore, only the 42 grade 12 in the under review graduated. While under skills, the remaining 10 students to graduate are those still pursuing programs that extend beyond a year, such as general agriculture, a duration of 2 years, automotive engineering duration 3 years, power electrical with a duration of 3 years, and craft automotive level with a duration of 2 years. Remedial measure. Council shall continue with the sensitization of the community to encourage the youth to take advantage of this important government sponsorship initiative to boost the card of youth with skills in the district. Chair, that ends my submission, and I wish to submit that my clarification to the cited queries and assurance to the committee that the remedial measures to the queries from MAFINGA shall be adhered to.
Thank you very much, Council Secretary from MAFINGA Council. Honorable members, it's now time for points of clarifications. Dr. Mwanza, then Honorable Mulunda, then Honorable Mwene in that order.
Page 17.
Page 17?
Yes. The Council during the financial year under review gave 68 groups loans, and the total amount 5,932,460. Amount to be recovered during the period under review is supposed to be 1,088,661. The amount repaid is new, but when we go to page 18, you are showing that the Council has since recovered 1,281,155, of which 954 has since been disbursed to 11 beneficiaries. Where is the bank statement about the status of loans? Because here, at the time of audit, there was no recovery, and then on page 18, you're reporting that you recovered 1.2 million, which is actually 20,000 above the amount that you're supposed to recover during that period.
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we have an appendix at Appendix 5, though not a bank statement, but it's something confirming that indeed this transaction happened. This is the approval that we were given, the notification of approval for loan applications under empowerment component. If you read, Chair, there it's indicating that refer to the minute made under 27th August 2024, through which we submitted the request for approval of 11 loan applications under the 2024 empowerment component at a total cost of 954,200 in accordance with Section 4 of the CDF. This is the amount, Chair, that we had to give out, arising from the recoveries that were actually done.
Dr. Mwanza?
Question is, on page 17, you're supposed to recover 1,088,661. So you have recovered 1.2 million, 1,281,155. So the performance in terms of loan recovery, based on this information on page 18, seems to be 100%. So, but the evidence, also why did the auditors pick this? Why did you report to the auditors about this recovery? Because it was a query here that you failed to recover loans, that no one of the 68 groups paid so far during the period under review.
Thank you, Chair. I think the amount, the cause of the query is low loan recovery rate, not necessarily that we failed to recover any loan repayments. And this is why, Chair, we are demonstrating that indeed 1,281,000 was recovered, and this was is being recovered gradually as we are proceeding. And at the time we were processing for a repayment from the recoveries, we already had 954 in the account, and that is the amount we applied to the ministry for the reissuance of loans from the recovered amounts.
Honorable Mulunda?
Chairperson, I do not have a question, but I have a comment to make to your council chairperson.
Is the council secretary?
Or committee chairperson.
Okay.
I want to make a comment to the council that I wish to appreciate your works as a local authority, and this gives us as a committee and as government, you make us proud when people can come up without any specific question. All the projects, no stored projects. I'm sure you were watching a few minutes ago how the chairperson was yearning. Me, I kept quiet because I was even fearing for him that by the time we finish the session, if we didn't have a local authority like this one, maybe we are going to change the goalposts. BP was going to be upon our chairperson. But when you have a comforting local authority, we still have a few people that will wake up and say we want to go and work. A few people that will drive government's agenda to take development. A few people that will be able to give out monies and be able to constantly follow the beneficiaries and make recoveries and are able to give others to benefit from the same fund. I want to appreciate you as a local authority, and it's my belief that you could be the firstborn in Muchinga and a shining example that once more we can have a council that will do and utilize the public funds prudently and not becoming a bad example. We don't shy to mention them, like Lusaka City Council, keep a city council administratively challenged local authority. They are administratively challenged, and we will not shy away. We will tell whoever wants to hear that. How do you manage to make sure that you price your projects nicely? You do everything step by step. When you give us a report, even the photos, the pictures are colored nicely. Everybody is able to appreciate. I can only wish you well. And I know that sometimes people say the sky is the limit, but we want you to continue in this path, on this path. Follow this path diligently. And these are the people that if we had the means or the powers, we would have first say elevate them and keep them together. Keep them together, because there are those seemingly not good seeds that are trotting from one local authority, and then they come and plant that seed in a good, organized local authority like this one. It will bring problems. Thank you very much. God richly bless you as you go back. Thank you, Chairperson.
You have spoken my words. Honorable Mangango, say something.
Chair, thank you very much. It becomes difficult for me to say one or two words, especially after Honorable Mulunda has spoken, because, I'm a teacher for Honorable Mulunda. So all the words that he has spoken, I adopt them as mine. I have taught him the sentence structuring. I have taught him the word constructions.
But his mic is on.
And so on.
So
yes, the guy he follows me. So when my mic is on, his also has to be on. So Chair, I think I would just say, Honorable Mulunda has said it all. Well done. MAFINGA Town Council, keep it up like this. Others complain to say, no, that committee is not fair. No, that committee is biased. No, the committee uses some terms that we are not happy with. But those are the terms and the correct terms to be used to the person or the council that deserves them. For example, today you are hearing nice words coming from this your good committee, and definitely your shoulders are up high, and you are feeling praised, feeling motivated, feeling encouraged, and you are feeling that really you are equal to the task. And that is then the opposite of those that is to go out there lamenting. So in simple terms, I believe even if we are to ask you, MAFINGA Town Council, to say, how is your committee, CS and everyone else there, here, you will say, it's a very good committee, not so? Maybe just confirm, MAFINGA Town Council, how is your committee, CS?
It is a good committee.
Not only good, but very good. Add very.
Very good.
Yes, please. So, Chair, MAFINGA Town Council has confirmed that this committee is a very good committee.
It has always been.
And very reasonable. Chair, we just look at issues as they come, as the council has one performed, as the council has two presented their report, and the three, as the council is responding according to the questions we give them here through our deliberations, the discussions, we ask them questions. Then when they answer, that is what brings up some of these issues that we still need to interrogate. But in this case, really, there is nothing to interrogate. So thank you so much, MAFINGA Town Council. It's a good note that we are ending on today. I wish this is how we started in the morning, Chair. Would have concluded maybe by 14 hours. Thank you so much.
I'm happy your student is also imparting some knowledge.
My student is listening and he does it.
Thank you very much. Dr. Manza, you have a word, you have already spoken. It's now my time. I wanted to just end by saying I adopt all the words said by Honorable Mulunda and the Honorable Mwene, Dr. Mwanza, as my own. As your chairperson, I take time to read a lot. If I show you all the reports that I pick every day, why I don't want to be seen to be biased or to be unfair to anyone. When I picked your report, there is only one page that I forwarded. And this is the only query that Dr. Mwanza brought out. This is on page, if you see this, it's on page 17. I said my comment was management needed to do more on the recovery of loans, as also pronounced by the minister and government. The rest, the people of Zambia should see how in this same country, same money is given to us by the same government without selection, without segregation. There are certain officers like yourselves. You have come out, number one, there are no issues on any specific findings. Zero. Just cross-cutting issues, talking about the palaces which are it's not under your baby. So this is encouraging. Council Secretary and your entire team, do more. If this is the way all the councils were doing, this country would have been at another level. But as said by Honorable Munda, we shall not shy. We shall call a spade a spade. All those councils who are doing wrong things, there is just one council that left this committee. 2022, how do you approve 44 projects? The 2022 funding was 25.7 million. Whatever magic you can play, 44 projects, and all of them earmarked not to be completed. They just earmarked to go if it is slab level. Are we doing justice to this country? Are we helping this country? You see, that's one council. That is the submission. The moment you see like that, then you know there are problems. Now look at the entire appendices, no addendum from MAFINGA Council. Just like Mwense, just like we have now started picking them as models. And the problem that we have, Minister of Law Government, deliberately, we shall inform the PS to deliberately, instead of going to Chalimbana to prepare their reports. Number one, councils now, the auditors are going around, even you, MAFINGA. Do not move away when the auditors are coming through. Give them the information, record keeping, take them to the field and show them the projects. You cannot hide them. The moment you do that, the auditors are satisfied. Number two, you don't need to spend millions or thousands in Chalimbana when you're doing the correct thing. Very soon we shall see councils not even appearing before this committee. But look at other councils. So I want to encourage you and congratulate you. Like any other, most of these councils were Kafiwe, Mwense, Chifunabuli, Chembe, Changombo, Vubwi, and the others have not mentioned, Galurushi, Chisamba. We are documenting them so that the ministry now can deliberately tell the Soka Council, tell Kachibia, go, instead of going to Chalimbana, go and learn from MAFINGA. The ministry should be doing that. They should come and see, take them around. And this committee will be undertaking a local tour. We are coming to MAFINGA and Eastern Province. And we want to come to MAFINGA and appreciate what is happening. And those other councils which are select, so that the people of Zambia can see. These are public resources, people's money. And we have a blessing to have a leadership. For the first time, you council secretary, I've known you, you were a director of finance. You know that we were talking about the decentralization, but finances were not given. This is the first time where the government that is giving. Here are the functions, here is what you're supposed to do, and here are the resources. Implement on behalf of the people of MAFINGA. Implement on behalf of the people of this Zambia. You are a conduit, and that's why you are employed. So you are a shining example. We have ended very well, as Honorable Mwene has said. If we started like this, we would have been finishing by 10 hours. So I can keep on talking, but I adopt the words of the honorable members of this, that congratulations and keep it up. You're a shining example. If you, on those blogs you have members who are talking, you have blogs complaining, just tell them that you are not, you are failures. Sorry to use this word. You are failures. How is it that us we are doing it? Failures. And you cannot be grossing about it. A failure is a failure. I didn't want to use the Tumbuka term. We are in parliament here. I want to say thank you very much. You have made this committee proud. You have made Madam Speaker proud. You have made the President proud. The Minister of Law Government, Honorable Saluvaro and his PCs, they are proud of you, and the Zambians are happy. Proper accountability of resources. I withdraw the immunity. You go back, go as a proud team. Please, God bless you. You are a shining example. Thank you very much.
It's a lovely evening. There you have it, MAFINGA Town Council. That's our last witness for today, receiving, kudos from the chairperson of the committee, Mr. Nyambosa, including his members. They are impressed with the submission that MAFINGA Town Council has put before, the committee. And so the day started off with Chinsali Municipal Council. It was led by Mr. Zakeo Mbao, who's the Chinsali Municipal Town Clerk. We also had the Kanchiwia Town Council making an appearance before the Committee of Local Government Accounts, and it was flanked by Mr. Joseph Zulu, who's Kanchiwia Council Secretary. We also had Isoka Town Council led by Mr. Brian Musonda, who is the Council Secretary, Isoka Town Council. And lastly, like you have just watched, we had MAFINGA Town Council, who presented a very good report that the committee is impressed with. And so tomorrow we're back after 9:30 as more committees countrywide continue to submit their report to the Committee on Local Government Accounts. And so from me, Claudette Ndaza Jonga, our two sign language interpreters, that's Chola Kama Manda, and the entire production team, thank you for your time. To have a lovely evening.